Have you ever made a decision that looked right at first, but later became one of your biggest regrets? Yeah, most of us have. And the crazy thing is, sometimes the warning signs were there the whole time. We just ignored them. That's exactly why the Book of Proverbs is so powerful. It's not just a religious book filled with old sayings. It's practical wisdom for real life. Relationships, money, discipline, friends, anger, laziness, pride, success. Proverbs talks about all of it. And honestly, some of the advice in Proverbs feels like it was written for our generation, because human nature hasn't changed. People still lie. People still chase quick success. People still destroy relationships with careless words. And people still ignore wisdom until life teaches them the hard way. Break time, 05s. But Proverbs gives you the chance to learn before the damage happens. That's the value of Proverbs. One verse says, "Guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." Think about that for a second. Everything you do flows from your heart, your choices, your reactions, your habits, even the people you allow into your life. That means if your heart is filled with bitterness, pride, jealousy, or anger, eventually it shows up in your life. And isn't that true? You can fake things for a while, but eventually what's inside always reveals itself. Now here's what makes Proverbs different from motivational quotes online. Proverbs doesn't just tell you what sounds good, it tells you what works. There's a huge difference. Because nowadays people celebrate things that actually destroy them. Pride is called confidence. Break time, 0.05s. Laziness is called self-care. Disrespect is called honesty. But Proverbs cuts through the noise and tells the truth directly. It says discipline matters. Character matters. Self-control matters. Wisdom matters. And let's be real, wisdom is becoming rare today. We live in a generation with unlimited information but very little wisdom. People know trends, but not truth. People know how to go viral, but not how to live right. People know how to impress strangers online, but not how to control their temper. That's why Proverbs is valuable, because wisdom protects you. One bad decision can change your entire life. One wrong friendship, one emotional reaction, one careless moment. But Proverbs teaches you how to think before acting. And one thing I love about Proverbs is this. It constantly reminds us that wisdom is a choice. Break time equals 05s. Not everyone becomes wise automatically with age. Have you noticed that? Some people grow older, but never grow wiser because wisdom comes from listening, learning, and being willing to change. And honestly, some of the hardest truths to accept are the ones Proverbs talks about. Like this one. A gentle answer turns away wrath. Now, if we're being honest, most people don't want to hear that when they're angry. We want to win the argument. We want the last word. We want revenge. But Proverbs teaches restraint. And restraint is powerful. Anybody can react emotionally. Wisdom knows when to stay calm. Another thing Proverbs teaches is the danger of pride. And pride is sneaky. Pride makes people think they know everything. Pride stops people from apologizing. Pride destroys relationships, opportunities, and even destinies. Break time equals 05s. That's why Proverbs says pride comes before destruction, not after. Before meaning destruction usually gives warning signs first. And maybe someone watching this right now is ignoring those warning signs. Maybe it's in your habits, your relationships, your decisions, your attitude. But wisdom notices what pride ignores. And here's something powerful. Proverbs isn't about being perfect. It's about becoming wiser little by little, one better decision at a time, one lesson at a time, one correction at a time. Because nobody gets everything right, but wise people learn. That's the difference. Now I want to ask you something, and I really want you to answer honestly in the comments. What is one proverb or life lesson that changed the way you think? It could be something your parents told you, something you learned the hard way, or even a verse from Proverbs that stayed with you. Drop it in the comments. Somebody else might need to hear it. And if this video spoke to you, share it with someone who's going through a confusing season right now, because sometimes one piece of wisdom can save someone years of regret. And remember this, knowledge tells you what to do, Wisdom tells you when, why, and how to do it. That's the value of Proverbs. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comments, and share to your friends.